Hey everyone, welcome back to I think it's the first episode of 2021. That is the year, right? 2021, because the pandemic has screwed me up. 2021?
It's all a blur, Mike. It's all a
Yeah,
blur.
yeah,
Mi hermano.
yeah,
Finally, we get back
yeah.
on this pod grind.
The Control Room podcast is back, first episode of 2021. I've definitely been hearing it from a few people. When are we coming back? And no, so should be no surprise that NBA playoffs are around the corner. LA our way. Okay. Clippers about to take it this year. Ramiro, how you doing?
We will show you no mercy. No mercy, Mike. All right. Tanking at the end of the season. I saw what you guys did.
Before that, you got the merch on. Did you actually finish the series? Because I know how you do.
I'll get around to it. You know how I am, Mike.
That's a damn shame. He buying sweatshirts and everything. Don't even actually watch it. I actually watched Cobra Kai is a dope show. You should actually watch it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I must say. I'm a old school Karate Kid, guy, but this series is not bad.
No, it's very good. It's very good. But let's get back to the NBA. What a weird year. I mean, should be no surprise. It's been a weird year for the world in general. No fans, 72 game season, a ton of injuries. And now the playoffs have finally been set. You guys are in the playing game against Steph Curry and the Warriors. LeBron said he's the MVP of the year, not himself, of course, but Steph Curry. And then we got a rematch with Luka. So how you feeling going into the playoffs, Laker Nation?
Oh, there's so much to unpack here. But first of all, let me address this silly play-in tournament. I've been a advocate of Adam Silver for a long time. I agree with most of his decision making when it comes to the brand of the league, but I think this is really a big mistake because if it ain't broke, why fix it? I'm with Bron on this one.
Oh, you're with Bron? I'm shocked. Laker fans don't like the idea of the playing game now that they're actually in it. It's amazing how that works out.
I don't think that it was necessary. I understand it was a 72 game season, and maybe that's why Adam Silver decided, well, we're not going to play those 82 games, so let's give all these teams a chance to play in and get in and keep the competitive spirit going throughout the season. You don't want teams tanking like the other team from LA, the Clippers,
we're
who lost to
Houston.
Houston and the Thunder, the two worst teams in the West. You guys, okay. Help me understand.
You already off track.
No, I'm already. Help me understand something. Help me understand, Mike. Please help me understand, because Clipper fans, you guys confuse me because you guys have been talking about playing the Lakers for the last 2 years, and since you got Kawhi and Pandemic B, you guys have been talking all this trash, and here's your opportunity. All right, to position yourself to play us, and then all of a sudden you get scared and you go, oh, no, not yet.
Whoa.
Down the line.
Whoa. We're not worried about you, little bro. Okay, we got to make sure we get ourselves healthy. Okay?
We're the big brothers. Get that straight.
Big brothers in the playing game? That don't make no sense. That ain't make no sense, big brother.
That's so disrespectful. We're the champs, man.
Are you?
Show some respect.
Are you?
We're the champs.
Bubble champ.
Yeah, I don't care, bubble champs, but we're the champs.
Bubble champ playing tournament. That doesn't sound like a champion to me, but whatever. It's fine.
Clipper fans, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to disrespect us like that. You haven't earned it.
Look, y'all gotta get your shit together, okay? Look, you guys
we'll be fine.
You see what Steph's doing?
We're gonna make history. We will be the first 7 seed to win an NBA championship. Mark my words.
Making history. There ain't nothing to brag about that you guys didn't take care of business and you put yourself in this spot. You don't get brownie points.
A lot of injuries, Mike. A lot of injuries.
Everybody's had injuries.
Not like us, though.
Oh, really? Ask
Come
Steph.
on, man.
Ask Steph.
Ron.
About injuries. You
guys had a healthy squad all year.
No, Ibaka missed the last 30 games.
Ibaka's 80 years old. I tried to tell you this when you guys signed him. What did you expect?
Okay. How's Marcus Gasol and Trez working out for y'all?
They haven't quite panned out like we thought, which is why we went out and got Andre Drummond. And hey,
y'all was hype. Y'all was hype at the beginning of the year. We got 2 6 men. We got Schroeder. We got Trez. We got Marcus Gasol. We're even better.
Mike, you know what's better than 1 AD?
What's that?
2 ADs.
No.
I'm gonna tell you, man.
No one says that.
That front, I'm telling you, man, you don't want to see us that front court. No team. Look, the only team that can probably give us a bit of a problem that I foresee is Utah with Rudy Gobert, because he's good rim defender, and he might be able to hold his own against AD.
Denver.
But other than that,
Denver got some bigs for you with Jokic and Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, but Jokic to me is like a stretch 4. He's not really, he's not really.
He's the MVP, Romo.
Is he? That's your pick?
I mean, I think
Are you already going to reveal this?
I think that's who they're going to give it to.
I don't know, man. I'm hearing a lot of Steph Curry talk.
Nah, man, you can't be in the playing game and be MVP. And I love Steph. I love what he's doing.
He got the scoring title.
He got the scoring title, but in this Bron era, people want to poo-poo the scoring title. But he's the only 33-year-old to win the scoring title besides MJ, I believe. But no, what Steph's doing is amazing. Steph's doing is amazing. But they're going to give it to Jokic. I was talking to my brother the other day. I think Embiid, if he hadn't got hurt, it would probably have been his, since they're the top seed in the East. He's the only person that could maybe take it from Jokic. But I think they're going to give it to him. And remember, that was my MVP pick for last year. I picked Jokic last year. So, I was early as always. Just like this is going to be the Clippers' year to win it all.
You finally got one right.
Yeah.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
And remember, I also said that the Lakers would finish as like a 5 seed, and y'all laughed at me. Remember, you guys laughed at me. You're a 7 seed now.
That's fine. Like I said, we're going to make history. We're going to be the first 7 seed to ever go to a championship and win it.
Okay.
And I'm not even concerned about the Warriors, to be honest with you. Steph can get his 40, his 50 points. As long as we win the game, that's all that matters.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's pause this Laker Clipper talk. I know people have missed it. Let's talk about the rest of the league, man. In this weird year, was there any storylines you were following closely? Like for me personally, the only thing I was tracking was, I'm a huge fan of obviously MJ, Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball. Man, he actually lived up to the hype. I'm excited to watch every single Hornets game, and glad they're in the play-in tournament as well.
My LaMelo take did not hold up well.
Yeah, you were basing it off of a game you saw when he was
Chino Hills High.
15 years old. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of looked past the fact that he grew like 10 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So look, I will admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong about LaMelo. I didn't think that he was going to have that kind of an impact already this soon. So hey, I admit when I'm wrong, man. I'll say that. But to me, the rookie of the year has to be Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. That's my pick.
I was talking to my foster brother the other day about this. I'm not even going to pretend like I've been following the Minnesota Timberwolves. Okay, not even going to pretend. His interviews
I'm sure you've seen some highlights though.
I mean, but like Anthony Edwards. I have. I've seen highlights. I've seen his interviews. He's hilarious. I mean, what the hell has Minnesota been doing this entire year? Like, what kind of impact has he had on his team?
They got to blow it up.
He's actually playing with like all-stars with Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell. Now, granted, they were in and out of the lineup, but yeah, I really don't know if Ant-Man is real or not.
Yeah, I think Minnesota has to probably blow up that team and just go a different direction.
For sure.
I like Karl Anthony Towns, but
yeah,
I don't think he's the kind of player that's going to get you over the top.
They've never won with him. Yeah, I'm curious. Do you see Towns in the Laker uniform? Because you guys try and steal everybody's best player.
Mike, why do you always have to take shots? we're having a civil discussion.
That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. I'm just putting it out there.
Man. We look for excellence. We thrive what does LeBron say? We strive for greatness.
I
The
don't listen to
Clippers
what he
strive for
says.
mediocrity.
I don't
There's a
listen
big
to what he
difference.
says at all. But okay,
So,
we're
Mike, how are
getting,
you going to feel when you guys get bounced in the second round again?
by who?
It don't matter. You guys always do this every time. It's choke time.
Okay,
It's
we're getting sucked back into the
season.
Laker Clipper talk. Well, okay, we gotta talk about the Brooklyn Nets, their new big three,
Yeah.
KD, Kyrie, Harden. I know that put fear in you guys' hearts. How you feel about Brooklyn?
Initially, when you look at them on paper, of course, they're scary. If you look at them on paper, they are impressive. That's an impressive squad they put together. However, I will take you back to the '04 Lakers, and trust me, we know about this.
I don't see a 39-year-old Karl Malone and Gary Payton on this team.
Granted,
Romo.
okay, I'll give you that. I'll concede that. Granted that Malone was over the hill, Nash was over the hill. Okay, I understand that.
04 was
I'm sorry, not
Gary
Nash.
Payton. Gary Payton.
That was later. Yeah,
that was another version of the Lakers.
That was another situation where you bring these big name guys and you think, oh yeah, that's going to guarantee us a championship. It doesn't guarantee you anything. That's the point I'm trying to make.
For sure.
Is you have to get in the trenches and you really have to earn it, because Philly's not going to roll over and give it to them. I guarantee you that. And people are, don't forget Milwaukee is also a factor, and another 7 seed. Boston's a 7 seed in the East. I got a bold prediction for you. Both 7 seeds. Mark my words. Both 7 seeds will be in the finals.
Romo. Lakers,
Celtics.
Romo. I'm guessing you didn't get the news that Jaylen Brown is out for the season.
That's fine. They still got a formidable team, even without Jaylen Brown.
Really? They're gonna beat Brooklyn without Jaylen Brown.
Tatum can carry a team.
Okay.
Tatum, I'm telling you, man, Tatum is really, really matured.
This is gonna age extremely poorly. But what I was gonna say is Brooklyn messed up by not getting the 1 seed. I was looking at the matchups, and there's an interesting matchup. Milwaukee plays Miami in the first round, the team that knocked them out, upset them last year. But it's that 2-3 matchup, so if they both advance, Brooklyn not only has to beat the Bucks, they would also potentially have to beat Philly to get to the finals, as opposed to Philly. They don't really have
any road.
Yeah, they don't really have any major competition. I think the 4 or 5 matchup is Atlanta in New York. So, and then obviously they're going to play whoever wins out of the play-in tournament. So Philly might cakewalk, sweep or 5 games to the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, Milwaukee and Brooklyn, because Milwaukee beat Brooklyn not like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough matchup for them.
Yeah, people just assume that Brooklyn's going to end up in the finals. Mm-hmm. And there's no guarantee, man. Like I said, there's only one ball to go around. I don't care how many superstars you have. At the end of the game, who's taking the last shot? Let me ask you that. If you're Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you this.
Kevin Durant.
If you're a coach, on the Brooklyn bench, okay, let make believe you're Jacques Vaughn. Let's make believe you're the assistant coach, right?
I was gonna say,
who are you going to tell Nash?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You drawing up the last play.
Yes.
Who is taking the last shot for Brooklyn?
It's Kevin Durant.
No doubt in your mind.
He's 7 feet tall and shoots above his head and is a 50-40, 90 guy. For those that don't know, that's 50% from the field, 40% from 3, 90% from the free throw line. That's your guy.
You're picking a Slim Reaper.
But guess what? Time. Go ahead and double team him and we can swing it to Kyrie. Okay, he's only hit the biggest game-winning shot in the history of the NBA in Game 7. Oh, okay, third option is James Harden, who's a multiple-time MVP. Like, you can't lose.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see if it plays out the way people think.
Okay, same question. Who takes the last shot for the Los Angeles Lakers? Kyle Kuzma?
Is that a real question?
That's a real question.
Come on, man.
As a Laker fan, who you want taking the last shot, Romo?
It's situational basketball.
That lets you know right there. That lets you know.
It depends what the situation is.
That says it all right there. That says it all right. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Does LeBron drive and kick
right.
open man?
Does LeBron have a wide open layup or dunk? If he does it, then we're gonna let somebody else take it.
No, you know what? I feel very comfortable with AD taking a last shot. What? Why are you laughing, man?
I'm not laughing.
Big shots in the bubble.
I'm not laughing, but I'm glad you're willing to admit that it's not broke. So that brings.
We got options. We got options, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Well, this season was weird. Wasn't a ton of storylines to keep up with, except for the major injuries and who was going to survive at the end, and then finally the matchups. But I will call one upset though. Portland will upset Denver. Obviously, Jamal Murray's out. That 3-6 matchup. Melo will go back to Denver and have his vengeance, and he will move on to the next round. Dame, Melo, CJ. They've done it before. They beat Denver in a 7-game series about 2-3 years ago. So yeah,
your love for Melo knows no bounds.
Melo, Dame is really Melo and Dame, but CJ's dope too. And I just feel like.
But who's stopping Jokic?
Nobody.
That's my question.
Nobody. I mean, nobody. But they don't have Jamal Murray to counteract Dame, and then CJ is going to run wild too. So
Portland's not beating the Joker and the Nuggets.
Really?
About that.
Okay. That's
even though even though Denver has some injuries, of course, Jamal Murray's out,
yes.
I think Denver's still good enough to beat Portland at the very least. They can't beat us, but they can beat Portland.
Don't worry.
And I'm not
you guys won't be there. You guys won't.
I'm not really scared, to be honest with you. I'm not really scared of Utah at the top. Go Bear, like I said.
I want y'all to play Phoenix. Because I want y'all to play Phoenix because Chris Paul is an assassin. He is just as smart as LeBron James. He's even more fierce. And you need someone to match Bron on an intellectual level to take him out. So just in case you guys squeak past the play-in tournament, I need y'all to see Chris Paul so he can get you up out of there.
Look, Chris Paul will be doing his insurance commercials in no time.
Stay Farm.
All right. Look, I don't like to toot my horn or anything, but I did tell you Chris Paul was probably the best offseason move, and it's played out just like I thought it would. They end up second in the West, which is
to be
remarkable
fair,
considering how bad they were last year. They were a 15-win team last year.
I don't know if they were 15 wins.
They were bad.
They were almost in the play-in tournament, but they missed the playoffs.
Devin Booker was getting his, but they really weren't going anywhere.
No, but look, I'm not going to take any credit away from you. I would just say that Klay Thompson got hurt. Jamal Murray got hurt. Yeah. Lakers were injured. Utah got hurt. There was a lot of teams that got injured to allow that to happen. But Chris Paul, without a doubt, in the MVP conversation, always going to root for Chris Paul because he put Clipper Nation on the map.
He made you guys relevant. He sure did. Yeah.
But okay, let's step away from this season for a bit and let's talk about the NBA Hall of Fame ceremony. Obviously, the class of 2020, KG, Tim Duncan, of course, the late great Kobe Bryant.
That's got to be the greatest Hall of Fame class by far.
Easily, greatest power forward of all time. Kobe Bryant is top 5 player of all time. KG, one of the best power forwards of all time. He's top 5 power forward of all time, and maybe one of the best defensive players ever. So, yeah, I don't think you're going to beat that class. I don't have much to say on the ceremony, except though that was my era because those guys all came in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. And Tim Duncan, 5 titles, Kobe, 5 titles, KG is 1 title, man. That's a historic class.
Yeah, it was great to see Vanessa put Kobe's enshrinement jacket on their daughter. I thought that was a cool moment.
And her speech was powerful, man. I was talking to my friend Dennis, and he just said it still doesn't feel real to a lot of fans, especially Laker fans. I think I saw on Twitter Ron Artest was talking to somebody as if Kobe was still here. Like it still hasn't fully processed for a lot of people that he's gone, and obviously Gigi and everybody else whose lives were lost.
Still haven't digested it.
Yeah, It's sad, man. It's sad, but that was a beautiful moment, and it's good to see that they're staying strong and doing well.
Yeah, yeah. It's sad that he's not here to accept it, but I thought they did a good job as far as you know uh, how they put it together, and I thought it was pretty
Yeah,
emotional to see. Yeah.
yeah, man. It's that's interesting. Oh, by the way, did you see the for so I guess for 2021, Chris Webber's getting in. Did you see
Hmm.
him and Jalen Rose finally
They
made up on
finally
TV?
they finally buried the hatchet.
Yeah.
I'm glad, man, because those guys, I mean, to me, they got me into college basketball because prior to that, I wasn't really watching college basketball as a kid. But when the Michigan Fab Five came along, man, I started watching college basketball, religiously. So
Hmm.
they changed the game. I mean, not only that, just the cultural, uh, um, effect that they had on the game with the baggy shorts and the black Nike socks and
Hmm.
all that.
And just
Uh,
five freshmen taking
yeah,
over the
that I mean that had
college
that was
basketball.
unheard
Yeah.
of.
Hmm.
That was unheard, and they were competitive, man. I mean, they got to the Final Four, and then they lost with the Duke, I think,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
that was a fun squad to watch. That was
Yeah,
yeah
and Chris Webber was a beast. Obviously, with Sacramento Kings having those legendary series with the Lakers, where you guys
yeah
won in Game 7 in overtime, I believe, in Sacramento. That was probably
yeah.
his best bet to win the title. Shaq disrespecting them all day long, calling them the Sacramento Queens. Like I
And
just
that and that
remember,
and now Shaq owns a small
yeah,
percentage. The
yeah,
irony of it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, right. But yeah, it's always good to see people make up, especially like men, because it can hold grudges for a lifetime. So
Yeah.
it was cool to finally see them mend fences. I'm not even sure what the beef was originally over. Doesn't matter at this point.
Yeah, I think it went back to when they got. I guess they got investigated for taking
Oh,
booster money,
okay.
and I guess Weber threw some people under the bus,
Oh,
and
okay, okay, okay.
the other guys obviously were not
Not
too
feeling
happy
that.
about that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, like you said, it's great that they finally bury the hatchet
Hmm.
and just let it go at this point.
All right, man.
Just
Look,
life is short, man, as we know.
hey,
With Kobe,
things can. Life is short with Kobe. Things can change like that, and
you hear
just
one day and you gone tomorrow. So
And just as we've seen with the pandemic, the world can stop just like that. And we think, oh, it's going to be a couple months. Oh, it's going to be this. It's going to like, nah, look where we're at, like a year and a half later, and we're finally starting to lift some restrictions, and hopefully, things get better. But
we finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, Mike.
and fans are slowly coming back into arenas. Things are trying to return back to normal. But before we get out of here, let me get your NBA Finals pick and
Okay.
your champion.
As I mentioned earlier, I am picking both 7 seeds to make the finals. I know that it is a hot take, but
Get out of the '80s, man.
I always go with the traditional rivalries, and I want to see the Lakers play the Celtics. That's what I want. 2 7 seeds. You know, it's going to be classic. It's going to be classic.
It's
Who you
fiction.
got?
I got. I like the new generation. I like the new class. I want to see something fresh. I think a fresh matchup would be the Brooklyn Nets versus the Los Angeles Clippers. I feel like that's what the people want to see. Okay, they want to see some new faces, the next generation that's going to take over. They want to see Kawhi versus KD. They want to see Paul George versus James Harden. They want to see the great Pat Bev
No.
versus Kyrie Irving. Okay, and
People do not.
Reggie Jackson. Okay.
People don't want to see the Clippers in the finals, Mike. You want to see the Clippers in the finals. Okay, I guarantee you, Adam Silver, okay, he would prefer more traditional matchup, okay? Because ratings wise, I don't think the Clippers draw ratings.
That's untrue.
I mean,
that's untrue. Clipper Nation is strong.
let me ask Alexa a question. Hey Alexa, how many championships have the Clippers won? Alexa,
You ain't got no Alexa
how
over
many
there.
championships
Stop
have
it.
the Clippers won?
You don't got no Alexa over there. You living in the 80s with your Bel Air Academy.
By the way, if you have a few minutes, I can entertain you. Should we start now?
Romo, what does she mean by entertain you?
Alexa.
What does she mean by entertain you?
I don't know, man.
What did you? Hey, you messed up there.
Alexa's getting freaky. I don't know.
Okay, the show's
Alexa,
going.
chill.
The show's going off the rails. I don't know what Romo has trained his robot to do over there.
We get freaky later, all right?
But no,
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention. I know when it comes to Brooklyn, people are worried about the injury history. I think James Harden just came back from his hamstring. KD obviously has been out of the lineup. And you just never know what to expect from Kyrie Irving, but I got to give Kyrie some credit. Recently, he brought up what was happening overseas with Palestine and Israel. And I definitely don't want to break that down on this show because me and you don't know a ton about it. Someone close to me has educated me on like this past week. I've learned more this past week about what's going on over there than I have my entire life. Not Jon Stewart, Daily Show. What's my name? Trevor Noah. He actually has a great clip that breaks everything down to where people like me can understand it, to where it's like, oh, damn, like there's a lot that goes into that. So I'm glad that NBA players are using their voice now more to speak up on issues like that. You may not always like the delivery or approach Kyrie uses, because he said something like, my priority isn't basketball right now or whatever. It's on what's going on over there. It's kind of like, yo, man, that's kind of your gig and that's what you have to do. You can focus on more than one thing, but I just like the fact that he's using his platform to bring attention to stuff that we never learned about in school. Like
I applaud him. I applaud him for taking a stance either way, but at the same time, this whole like pseudo intellectual act that and this goes back to him even at his Duke days. This whole the world was flat conspiracy. I think he likes the attention. He likes like me. I'll give a hot take, because it's fun. It's fun, right? But at the same time, you gotta take a step back and really inform yourself about the topic before you just come out and make a statement. As we recall, LeBron got in trouble a couple of years ago when he made a comment about situation in China, and he took some flack for that. And like I said, if you're gonna speak out, make sure that you're informed, and that way, people can't come at you.
Yeah, and that's the only thing that I'm advocating for is that people like educate themselves on the topic. Like, if you don't know, you shouldn't be talking. You should be listening. So that's all I'm saying. Like, if you want to know about what's going on, just like look up that Jon Stewart clip, or just do your research, or just talk to people that are more informed. Because, like I said, I never learned about that stuff in school, and I just think even though Kyrie gets a lot of flack and well deserved, I do have to applaud him for talking about something most people don't. Because it gives us a reason to talk about it on this platform, and I think hopefully his heart is in the right place, and people educate themselves on the topic. But on that note, man, good to see you.
Good to see you, mi hermano.
Good to see you, my man.
We got to do this more often. We got to get back to how we used to. You used to put, churn out these podcasts.
Listen, man, grad school isn't a joke. I got a couple of weeks off. So I said, let's hop on. We got the Lakers play on Wednesday. I'm going to be tuning in for that. I'm going to be texting you. I'm going to be in your ear on every Steph 3. I'm going to be hitting you up. I'm going to hit Rafi up. I'm hitting Dennis up. I'm hitting my boy Brandon up. I'm hitting my cousin Brandon up. I hit up all my little Laker fans, my brother.
But this is the thing. You only hit us up when the Clippers are doing good.
Or the Lakers are doing bad.
When the Clippers are struggling, we don't hear from you, Mike.
And man, I'm sorry, man. I'm at work, man. I can't be bothered with that stuff. I gotta turn my phone on do not.
You got your hands full. I understand.
Yeah, I got my hands full. But it's good to be back. We definitely gonna churn out some more episodes. Thank you for being patient and waiting for us, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, talk to you guys later.
Go Lakers. No mercy. No mercy.